Hey everyone, it's Stephanie 1111 Witchy Babe. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back all of my subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all so much. I have gotten a huge boom in subscribers over the last month, so I want to welcome all of you guys. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Stephanie and I am an intuitive tarot reader. I also channel information. And yeah, so what we're going to be doing today in this reading is we're going to be doing Libra's reading for the month of March. I do apologize. I try to get this stuff out to you guys before, the last day of the month, but I've been really busy. I was moving, so I am here now. So let's go ahead and dive on into the reading. Disclaimer, as always, prior to starting, this is a general energy reading. So I draw live. I have no idea what's going to come out, so I can't warn you about anything. So if I say anything that makes you feel uncomfortable or upsets you or makes you nervous or anxious, please don't take that information with you unless you feel you need to. Anything that comes out is supposed to be, trying to give you a different perspective or trying to, maybe warn you of how you can change things to do it differently if it's anything negative. But I'm not here to try to make you feel bad. So if you don't want to take it, don't take it. And if you'd like to book a personalized energy reading, you can do so at my website, 1111witchybabe.com. Okay, let's dive on in. So I'm going to be using the decks you see in the background. You can find all of these decks at Amazon. I think the Psychic Tarot is on Hayes House, but I'm not totally sure. And I also will be using a tarot deck. So let's get started with this reading. Okay, so again, this is Libra energy for the month of March, and this is going to be Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars. So make sure you are checking out your other placements. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I've included a link for a free natal chart website in the description box below. What's going to be going on for Libras in the month of March? What messages, what information, what do they need to know? Libra placements. Wow, okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. All right. So you guys are definitely probably getting some sort of new opportunity. A new, this could be a new job. This could be a pay increase. That's something that I'm getting the message that some of you have been requesting a pay increase or you're trying to work on that, on getting a raise, and that's something that's coming through in March. This also could be, I'm hearing taxes. So I know that tax season, we are in it right now. A lot of people are waiting their return. So this could be a sign that you're getting some money coming in March. And I'm also getting that with this Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles to me always have this kind of it's almost like a pregnancy card to me, and that's just a personal opinion. But particularly in this deck, because it is attached to a rabbit, and it is a Ace of Pentacles, which always is like a seed, something being planted that will take time to come, to fruition. I feel like some of you might, this might be a big pregnancy month for some of you if you've been trying, or even if you're not. So be careful if you're not wanting kids right now. So that's also a message for somebody out there. I feel like that. Okay, so the message I'm getting is that there's somebody out there that's favorite color is yellow, and they're gonna be getting pregnant. And I know it's so random, but that's probably just for one person. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else is going on in the month of March for Libra energy. Okay, so we have Death, but it's coming out in reverse. So the way I'm kind of taking this is that there is some sort of transformation that is needing to take place, but you are delaying it. So this could have something to do with a job. I feel like, some of you are going to be getting new jobs, transferring positions or whatever, but others of you that don't really resonate with that, you want to do this. You want to try to find a different job. You want to, go after that new opening in your company, or, you want to take your hobby that you've been, working on for a while and turn it into something that can bring you an income, but you're resisting the change. You're resisting the transformation. So let's see why. Why are we resisting? Is it just fear or the Page of Wands? So I feel like the reason why you're resisting, there's a little bit of immaturity for some of you. Maybe some of you are very young that are watching this now. Oh, sorry about that, guys. But otherwise, I feel like there's a sense of immaturity. There's a sense of okay, I know I want to do this, but I don't necessarily know what steps I need to take to get it done. Or maybe it's just a very big project for some of you, and it's where do I even start? Others of you, there's a lack of motivation. There's a lack of drive. There's a lack of that Martian energy to get something done, get something accomplished. I'm hearing some of you aren't feeling very good, and so that's kind of why there's a delay. So of course, if you're following along with that, like if you're physically ill, you need to recover before you can kind of start something brand new like this, going after it. And then I'm hearing some of you are you're afraid. I'm hearing afraid to travel. So maybe this opportunity has something to do with travel, and you're like afraid to, maybe some of you are afraid of flying, or, going a long distance, leaving home. So there is a lot of fear here. But I think most of it is in regards to the motivation, and maybe it's a combination, like being afraid and also being not really motivated to do so. So for those people, let me get some advice really quickly, and then I will change gears. So what's going on? Can I get some advice for those resonating? Yeah, what you need to do is you need to find some balance within. You need to get some, if you're sick, of course, get some rest. And I feel like a lot of you are not feeling well, and it's more of a mental health thing, or kind of getting into some sort of like, I'm trying to think of the word and I can't think of it. Like like when you just get stuck and not feeling like you're moving, like stuck in a rut, that's what it is. You need to start seeking some balance within, start meditating more, start doing things that make you happy to kind of pull yourself out of that energy. And then you will find that, motivation and that drive to get done what it is that you're wanting to get done. So let's go on now to get some more messages. I'm going to use my Astro deck, my Black Moon. What's going on for my Libra placements in the month of March? Okay, so I have Leo, I will. I do think a lot of you, though, like going back to this whole like change and, starting something new, something that might take time, something that's going to take a lot of work, but it's something that really could be beneficial to you. I think a lot of you are going to be doing it. You're going to be finding your confidence. Some of this is going to be in the beginning of March for some of you that are already kind of like, you're going after it, you're making your plans, like you already have this in motion. And others of you, March might take some time for you to just kind of balance yourself out. And then at the end of it is whenever you're going to start to feel that drive and that power of being able to do this. A lot of you, I feel, whatever this is going to be something that it's almost like you have to kind of put yourself out there in a spotlight in some way, and you feel kind of like scared. Like that's why you're resisting it, those that fall into that resisting category. So let's see what else we have here. All right, we have South Node. So some of you guys might be resisting this because some of you might have a Leo South Node, and I have a Leo South Node. So some of you guys might be resisting this change because it is kind of reminding you of past life experiences subconsciously, and you're trying to pull away from that Leo energy. And it's not necessarily pulling, in my opinion, it's not necessarily the point of it is to pull away from that energy. If that's your South Node, but it's to use that energy that you have mastered in a past life and incorporate it into what you're supposed to be doing now. So if you have a Leo South Node, you're going to have an Aquarius North Node. And so you went from being an I have to the don't haves, or whatever is kind of the way it's put. The have nots, that's what it is. Okay, and so you're supposed to be about giving back to the collective instead of, feeding yourself. So it's learning how to incorporate that energy that, yes, you can be in the spotlight, and yes, you can have that kind of Leo shine and getting that attention without compromising what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. Because a lot of people with Aquarius North nodes, they do kind of tend to shy away from the spotlight, and they want to bring something to the collective that's substantial and make a big change collectively and not just make things about themselves. They want to help other people on a massive level. So and that's not like putting down Leo or Aquarius energy. All of it is needed. And so if you want to put yourself on the world stage, you're going to have to use that Leo energy that you have mastered in a past life. And if this doesn't apply to you astrologically, it's applying to you energetically. You need to use that energy of that star power, that shine that you have, and you need to bring it into whatever you're trying to do now, and not like beat yourself up for it. I feel like for a lot of you, you guys just, there's this weird thing with being like proud of yourself almost, or like, putting yourself out there. It's not even like a shy factor. It's just like, well, I don't want to like bring that much attention on me because I just don't want to deal with that like that. So, but you have to, because that's the only way you're going to be able to get to this, whatever it is that you're wanting to do done. Okay. Let's see what else. Anything else that needs to come out for Libra energy for the month of March? Anything about relationships? Oh God. Okay, so we have heartache and loss. Some of you might, the reason why you're having this, I apologize guys, I am fighting a cold still. I just got a sip of water, so I'm a little bit sounding gross. Anyway, so some of you guys have may have been dealing, I feel, with some sort of heartbreak, like a recent breakup. And let's see what's going on with that. And maybe that's why some of you are in this death reverse where you're kind of resisting change. You're not feeling well. I was saying maybe you're not really feeling well. Maybe it is like this, you know, that heartbreak kind of physical discomfort. And then we have mental conflict in reverse. So what I'm getting from this in regards to like what's going on relationship wise for you guys, if you do, you know, if you are dealing with this, if you are dealing with a heartache and a heart loss, you are going to be resolving that energy. I do feel like this is something, again, that's kind of happening towards the end of the month. I think a lot of you are working through kind of some shadow work and working through, you know, getting yourself restabilized. I feel like this is kind of, things are going to be clearing up for you as soon as like Mercury retrograde shadow ends. And that's going to be at towards the end of March. So, because remember, we have a 2-week post shadow and there's still stuff going on there. So, and there's a lot of clarity that comes. So I just, you know, overall, guys, I really feel like you're just, this is, you know, March is kind of maybe be a little bit of a tough month, maybe even just like a little bit of a slow month. And just while you work through things and get yourself rebalanced, you guys are great at that. Being Libras, you'll do just fine. And then by the end of it, you're going to be rearing, ready to go. I just heard some of you are going to be getting like your tax returns, or some sort of large sum of money at the end of March. And it's going to really kind of, you're going to treat yourself and you're going to feel a lot better. All right. So if you have any hard feelings during March, just know that that energy is not lasting for very long. It really isn't, guys. Like, and I was just thinking 3 weeks, right? And then like right when I thought 3 weeks, I looked up and the first thing I saw was the 3. So definitely it's not a long-term thing. So let me get last message for you from the chakra deck. Complacency. I feel like the message that's coming off of this card, and I'm going to look at the book too, because I don't have the booklet memorized, but I'm getting an intuitive message from this card that the reason why this hurts so much, this like relationship that fell apart, is that you both, you got complacent with yourself and what you deserve and how you should be treated. And it was like you were accepting something that was a lot less than what you had, you know, than what your soul felt that you deserved, and what even your conscious brain felt that you deserved. It wasn't even an unconscious thing. You knowingly were very complacent in like standing up for yourself and standing up for what you deserve. And that's, I think the clarity that you guys are going to get at the end of the month, like understanding that. And it's not about like beating yourself up or being like upset about, like, I feel like you go through a stage of where you're like, oh, I'm so stupid about doing this. And like, I shouldn't have ever done that. But then you just like, it's all a lesson. It's all like, you know, I feel like whoever this person was, they maybe like sold you a lot of like lies and like fantasy, and just like, you know, they kind of built up a person that they really weren't. And so it's not like your fault that you didn't know that. Especially if you're an intuitive person, it can be really hard when you have these things happen. If you are somebody that is, you know, reads energy or is just very intuitive, and then you don't listen to yourself, right? Like you're not even listening to your own intuition. So it can make you doubt yourself and your abilities. And it's like, that's just a part of life. It's really easy to tell other people what to do. It's easy to read other people's, well, it's not easy, but it's easier to read other people's energy versus your own. Most tarot readers, like if we have something very close to us that we have a lot of like stake in, they are not going to want to, you know, deal with, they're not going to not want to, but it's really hard to read something that's very personal to you, because your feelings and your desires and what you want are going to come through stronger on your interpretation than what's actually happening or going to happen. And so it's really a lot easier to read somebody else's energy and be excellent at that. And so don't, you know, if you fall in line, you know, if you fall into that category where you are an energy worker or you're doing things like this, and then you're like your life and your relationships or whatever are having a lot of issues, you know, that's my thing is what I tell people. I truly believe, I think the only way that you can do this work and be very successful at it and really embody it is by having to go through these lessons yourself. It's almost like I'll see myself go through lessons a couple of years prior to other people. We'll be around the same age and everything, but it's like, it's almost like, okay, if you want to help people, then you're going to have to experience it yourself, because who's better to help than somebody that has already kind of went down that road before, right? So Please don't beat yourself up if you're falling in lines with that of like, you know, you got your heart broken and now you feel dumb. You don't need to do that. Like, this was a lesson, and I really feel like you're going to have a lot of clarity on that by the end of the month. Yeah, so this reading, you know, it's not the best. It's not telling I'm glad that we got the Ace of Pentacles as the first card, because that does indicate a lot of success later down the road, especially with all this work and really putting energy into yourself is what I see here. So just know any negative feelings, any negative experiences, I do feel like this is a very short-term thing, and it will be done soon. And you're going to get a lot of clarity and a lot of understanding about yourself and about other people in the process. So that is going to be it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if it resonates. And if you did enjoy the reading, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because that does help support the channel. I hope you guys have a great day whenever you find this, and I will see you next time.